What's up, everybody? Jay Achimesa here. Let me just fix my audio here real quick. Okay, should be good now. What's up, Jay Achimesa here. I'm gonna be continuing work on 2B. I started it yesterday on the late night live art stream with on Jen's channel, No Flutter. It was a very dope time. Time flew by. I didn't even realize how late it was. And started 2B. She helped me out with the skirt and stuff like that. So I'm going to continue it here today, and then I'm going to try and finish it tomorrow on the pit. We're going to be doing a live art version of the pit on Wednesday night on the homie Pete's channel. Fix my screen here, it's not moving. There we go. See all of that good stuff. So I'm going to be working on this for a little while. Then probably do some gaming later. New layout, as you can see here. Of course, I have the dual cameras here, so you can see my hands moving. Still got to figure out a way to get it more up so you can see it better, but it's the best I got right now. Of course, my stream is brought to you by my partners right here. As you can see, XP Pen, Tourbox, No Compromise Gaming, Raze Energy, NoName Nerds, MyPyre Gaming, Tappy, Article Clothing, Neurodye, and Adobe Creative Cloud. You see the Raze Energy bag right there. As you can see also right here, the supporter goal is 50. I'm at 10 right now. I'm doing 2 giveaways, one for YouTube, one for Twitch. Basically, once I hit either 100 on YouTube or 50 on Twitch, the first bag will be given away. Whichever platform gets there first, gets first pick on the bag. If you want double your entries, you could subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. You got 2 entries. So each bag comes with some stickers, some phone accessories. In terms of the Raze Energy, has some energy drink samples. The energy drink comes with a Raze branded drawstring bag. The NoName Nerds one just comes with a regular drawstring bag. Each one comes with 2 face masks. So NoName Nerds has a Kawaii face mask and a NoName Nerd branded gator. If you don't know what a gator is, it's basically a long sleeve, and you can customize it over your face. So you can cover your mouth, cover your whole head, leave only your eyes showing, whatever you want to do. The Raze Energy one has 2 custom handmade face masks by Fashion by Nati. One is a photographer's matte face mask. The other is a pirate face mask. You also will get a free Steam game download of either Payday or Sims 4. Whichever one gets there first, gets first pick of the game that they want. And then lastly, you also, if I could find it here. One second. It's here somewhere. There we go. You will also get a Sign 11x17 holographic print from me. This is the print. I'm trying to show it in the light so you can see the holographic. So you will get that as well. So all you gotta do to enter is just subscribe on the channels, and once I hit those milestone numbers, I'll pick a winner randomly and send it out. A couple quick announcements. You know, December 6th, I'll be at the Suffolk Comic and Art Expo. I will have all my new prints there. A lot of new stuff will be there. Art books, all that good stuff will be there. Also, Wednesday I'll be on, like I said, I'll be on the pit. All you gotta do is subscribe. Wednesday I'll be on the pit. I believe 9 p.m. That's the homie's Pete's channel. His Twitch is Pete11717. What's up, man? Nothing much. Just working. And then let me see. Was there anything else? I might be doing something Friday. Not sure yet. It's not confirmed yet, so I don't want to really talk about that too much. But we'll see how that works. Let me see. Someone just wrote me here. I got screens everywhere over here. I just lost it. It just popped up on my thing. Anyway, sorry about that. Send links to sub. Let me see if I can do that here. Am I able to do that? 1 second. Let me see if I can type it out. That's not right at all. Twitch.tv/ultramessa. Does that work? I don't know if that worked or not. Okay, there you go. So that's the Twitch. The YouTube. Let me bring up the YouTube because I got one of those 84 character sites right now because I have to hit 100 to get a custom URL. So let me just grab this here. I think this is it. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. Let me throw this in here, and this is the YouTube. Well, you would have to follow on Twitch and on YouTube for the giveaway. So basically, there's 2 bags. So if you follow on both Twitch and YouTube, you basically have 2 entries. And like I said, once I hit the number, then I'll do the giveaway. And thank you for the follow. Just popped up on my screen here. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I try to do. I usually stream every day, but I try to alternate. So some days I'll just do only gaming. Some days I'll do only art, and some days I'll do both. It just depends on how I'm feeling and the time of the day and all that good stuff. Let's see. I'll get started in that train of thought here. Yeah, I think that was it for all the announcements and stuff like that. So, trying to get my thing all set up here. There we go. All right. It's a lot of fun, honestly. I, for the longest time, did not want to live stream. I mean, I'm kind of like an introvert, and I get shy with stuff like that. But a few things. One, because of the COVID stuff, I needed another way to get out there, and this was a very good way to do it. And once I actually started doing it, it was a lot of fun. I really like it now. Another thing was when it comes to the art stuff, being a digital artist, a lot of times people think that I just digital art is just you press a button. Thank you. It thinks you just press a button and Photoshop does it for you. So this was a nice way. You could see me actually doing the art. Absolutely. So it's nice. It's fun. Once you get used to it, like my first few streams, I'm talking and I'm like, man, I feel like I'm just talking to myself. But you get used to it. You get used to it. So I'm doing. The only bad thing about my screen being right here, it blocks my keyboard. There we go. So I'm doing. Oh yeah, nah, they don't understand that. They don't understand that. Either you get traditional artists who are old, probably older, been doing it for a while, and are either intimidated by it and feel like it's taken over, so they just hate on it just to hate on it. This is a XP Pen Artist 24 Pro. It's their high-end tablet. If you go on my YouTube, on my old videos, I actually have like a live review of it and an unboxing of it as well. But yeah, a lot of the traditional guys don't like it. They think it's not real art or whatever. And then you also get guys that not artists, just people walking around at cons and or comic cons or whatever, and they think you just do whatever you want. Huion is a decent brand as well. That one you have there is their equivalent to my secondary screen here is my XP Pen Artist 22. Um, and that was what I was using. That was my main until I got the 24. So that now this one is just my second screen. But I mean, if you can afford it, the Artist 24 Pro is the closest you're gonna get to a high end Wacom, basically. What's up, Pete? Pete, the pit Wednesday is 9 p.m. Right? I want to make sure I have the right time. I'll wait for Pete to answer me. I also have, and I've been super lazy. I really need to do it. 9 p.m. Okay, great. I have an artist XP Pen Artist 12. That's my travel tablet that they gave me, which is actually down here. I need to do a live review of it. It's in here. I've just been lazy, but I really need to do it. But that's the Artist 12. So it's a 12-inch screen. It's very thin, very light. If you look on my art on Instagram or anything like that, my Doctor Doom piece, the majority of it was done on that small one because I was visiting my parents in Connecticut at the time, so that's what I was working on. So on the Twitch stream yesterday with Jen and Pete, I was working on to be. I did the legs and her bands. I got to do over here. She has like the stockings, so it's not skin colored. I'm gonna be completely honest. The battery never bothered me. Like my 22 had a battery, and I think maybe it died on me once, where I had to charge it. The 24 Pro is batteryless, so this one is batteryless. But again, I mean, I've never had the issue where my pen died on me, so it never really bothered me. I mean, batteryless is probably the best way to go. The 24 is batteryless, yes. So this one is batteryless, but my old one was a battery. Yeah, like I think it died on me once, and then they gave you two pens, so I just grabbed the other one, and that was it. Like every now and then I would charge it just to charge it, so I never really had an issue. I do like the batteryless one though, in terms of how the pen feels because they changed the shape a little bit. I mean, but that's about it. So this part right here, I'm not too worried about because her arm is gonna go here, and this part right here, I'm doing it for her back, but I'm gonna have to cut this out for her open back. So I'm just getting the shape right now. Mostly what I'm concerned about is right here, the skirt flowing in, her boobies, and her chest right here, and the part right here because she's gonna have the white right here, her thighs, which would be her skin color. These right here will be this color right here to simulate the stockings. So right now it's mostly just the shapes and just putting the shades in. and all that good stuff. What kind of art do you do, Javi? And if you got like a social media or anything, throw it in the chat. I'll check it out later. So this is gonna be where the top. She has those fluffy shoulders, so that's gonna be right here. This is gonna be where her arm is. So I'm trying to like get somewhat a shape of her arm, so that way when I do the arms will probably be tomorrow on Pete's show. I'll know where they go. So that's like this is gonna be the basic where the arm is gonna be. Oh, nice animation and stuff. 3D. I want to learn 3D, but it's just hard for some reason. Like my brain just can't get it for some reason. No worries. Usually when I do these streams, I do them a little bit later, but you know the my workspace is in my bedroom. So when I'm streaming, my wife is like outside, and she just she's been very patient. But the last few times I've been streaming to like super late, so I'm taking it easy on her today. And I said I'll stream a little bit earlier, so that way I finish earlier today. Plus, what's today? Today's Monday, right? So I got wrestling. I'll watch wrestling later. I mean, I like it. I love seeing it. Are you familiar with an artist named King's Letter? He's a 3D artist. He works with what's ZBrush and stuff like that. Like he's a favorite of mine. He's very nice dude. But it's good that you're starting though. Once you start and you get everything moving, that's all that matters. All that matters is actually starting and getting it in. So with her chest, she has the cutouts on her chest. King's Letter. I think he has it all as one word. So for the her chest, I might end up cutting this part off and putting like the flesh color. But I just gotta get the shape first. Yeah, so it's yeah. I mean you could post a link. I mean, but that's about it. I'm not sure. I'm still new at this, so I wouldn't know how to bring it up. I mean, if you put a link, I can open it in my browser and then bring that up and check it out. I got no problem doing that. Yeah, send it to. Let me make sure I'm actually signed in on Facebook on my computer. Okay, yeah, I'm signed in. So yeah, you can message me on in Messenger, and I'll get it here, and I'll just open it up and bring it up. Just let me know when you send this. I can check for it. See, my only problem with her is she's dark. Her outfit is dark, so I'm trying to keep it not black. I'm trying to use like blues and grays and stuff like that. So this is gonna get cut out right here. So I'm not worried about this part right here. This is the front, the opposite side. You sent it in Messenger? It didn't pop up in my thing. Where did you send it exactly so I could find it? Facebook. I'm looking here. I don't see anything unless it just didn't come in yet. Let's see here. Nothing's popped up yet. Let me do this. Oh, okay, okay. Let me switch to my thingy there. Bear with me here. Pages. There we go. Yeah, now I see it. Okay. Gonna make it bigger. See, there's stuff like this I would never be able to do. Like, and like mech stuff and all that. It's just there's so many parts that go into like even just the feet alone and stuff like that. This is really dope. I like this. I like how you have the cockpit. And, you know, you're standing there. You got the feet, the footholds with the hand things. It's very dope. I like it. The way the cockpit is set up reminds me like a lot of like mangas and animes that do like the mecha stuff. That's what the cockpit reminds me of. Because they usually have cockpits like that. But I like it. What program you used for that? I'm getting a cold over here. Blue, what did I want? Give me the blue that I want. Blender, okay. I've heard a lot about that program. How is it compared to like ZBrush and stuff like that? You're speaking a foreign language to me right now. Okay, so it's two different things. Okay. That's always good then. I mean, I tell people all the time when it comes to like this kind of stuff, they don't have to get Photoshop. They have Critter, which is free, and Critter was originally made by the same people who worked on Photoshop. So it's very very similar. There's also Daz 3D. I heard that one is the one that I downloaded because it's free to try and learn, but I just haven't been able to sit down and have time to do it. But I know a lot of things of that, and Daz has like a lot of resources and stuff like that. I want to get like a hard, almost like a hard edge here to show the skirt there, so that this shows the back of it instead going down. You gotta catch up to me. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. See, I'm not a Mac guy. I know Procreate's good, but I don't like Apple. They rubbed me the wrong way a while back with the. I've always had the Galaxy Note phones, like I have the Note now. But back when was it the seven that it was basically a bomb. Maya, I've heard of. I haven't heard of Fusion 360 though. Blender, I've heard the name, but back when the Note 7 was recalled, I needed to upgrade my phone, and the only phone that was big enough was the 7 Plus. So I got it, and it was fine. I mean, I couldn't really do the Note stuff on it, but I liked it. Turns out my Note, they didn't. This is like way after the they Apple sent the update to my 7 Plus, and it bricked it. Like the update destroyed the phone. Nothing worked on the phone. I couldn't make phone calls. I couldn't do text. Nothing. And when I went to Apple to get it fixed, they even admitted that it was them. They bricked it. Their update bricked it and stuff like that. But because I was out of warranty, they were like, "Well, the only thing we could do for you is let you a new buy the new iPhone that just came out. That's all they could do for me." So I never used Apple after that. So unfortunately, Procreate is only, I think, is only available on Macs and iPads, right? It's not like Apple only, on Apple devices only, right? Yeah, I'm not an Apple guy at all. No, not at a discount. They said that the price they would charge me to fix it would be almost the same as the new phone. That I should just get the new phone. That was their answer for me. I still got it here. I still got my iPhone 7. I have games on it. Like my daughter uses it. I refuse to get any Apple products after that. Like I wanted an iPad because I wanted to use Procreate, and have something to do, traveling or whatever in the hotels. But I refuse. So I have a, yeah, that's Apple. I have a Galaxy S6 with the S Pen, and I have Photoshop on that, Photoshop Sketch. I have Auto Sketchbook, all that stuff. So I can draw and do things on my tablet. So the S Pen is basically made by Wacom, so it's just like one of these pens. So that works just fine for me. I'm perfectly happy with that. The shoulder is going to be, the arm is going to be here. That's where the feathers will be. So I want her arm like to be right here. Then because I want, she's gonna have a sword in this hand, so I'll have the handle there. The blade is gonna come like right here. So this part right here, I don't care about. And then her back arm is gonna be, well, back arm, the feathers here, and then she'll have, her hand there, and I'll have her holding another blade. That'll come down here. Oh, well, I got the wrong angle. The other blade will be like that, behind her, obviously. So that's how I'm gonna have her arms. Let me, I'll put his IG in the chat. He just did a female Thor that looks really really good. So that's his Instagram. I just put it in the chat. He does that Kingsetter does a lot of work with Boss Logic, who's like my the you know currently he's like the best digital artist in terms of like what the stuff I do. Also, he's a very nice dude, humble dude. You know, I met him at New York Comic Con, finally, and him and King's Letter, so we got to hang out and chat for a little bit. And King's Letter, every now and then, me and King's Letter will talk and stuff like that. There. I want to make this point here. All the strokes to go towards that point. Hold on. So this is more something that Jen. Oh, my fault. I was saying that King's Letter works a lot with an artist called Boss Logic. He's a digital artist. They're both from Australia. And Boss Logic is like, in terms of like the digital art and stuff like that that I do, he's like the top of the mountain. Um, but he's a very nice dude. Both of them are super nice. I met them at New York Comic Con finally because they were always not able to actually be there in person until the last New York Comic Con last year. So I got to like hang out with them and talk with them and stuff like that. So they're both very good dudes. So I'm trying to work with when I was working with Jen last night on her stream. With she was helping with the skirt over here. Um, she was saying like keep a vanishing point for the folds and the clothes. So I'm trying to use that red dot as the main vanishing point, so I can have basically all the folds and everything basically going up to that dot, so that the folds end up making sense. I feel kind of bad because I said my stream was going to start at 4, not realizing that my time was wrong on my thing. I was an hour behind, so I should have said it starts at 5. Very true, and I'm trying to get better at it. You see my hand right here. I have it's called a Tourbox. So it's basically like a graphics controller. So I can control like you see my brush going big and small like that, and different things and opacities stuff like that. I'm controlling that all with this. That's why you see my hand down here. Like my cursor's not going there. Yeah, but and that top box you see my hand down. That's what I'm controlling. So I only really have to go to the keyboard for like certain things. So like when I try and do when I'm doing the paintings and stuff like this, try and get like all the folds and the tones and the shades in with the painting first, and then when I put my textures on top of it to make it more realistic, it'll grab basically take the form of all those tones and shades and folds, and it'll look nicer. At least for me. That's like how I like doing things. Like I want to give her a decent size boob. I don't want to make it too exaggerated. Yeah, I mean, basically, learn things as you go. I mean, I'm self taught, so I learn as I go. Um, One thing that I love that they added in the new version of Photoshop um, is the mixer brushes. Because before, like all these tones, I would have to do like one layer will be all one tone, next layer will be all one tone, next layer will be all one tone, and then slowly blend them in through the layers. I can do that with just a brush. So I'll put my colors down that I'm gonna use, and then I'll start mixing them together. So I'm not worried about this. And then when you're working digital, I mean, there's little things that you can do. Like for instance, when I finished this leg first yesterday on the stream, and I was doing the left leg, I just copied, like I duplicated the band and the very top where the puff around her thigh, and I just put it over here, so I didn't have to do it twice. Yep. But one thing I told a lot of these guys, these digital guys, when they get mad and they say it's not real art and they all that stuff, I was like, one, all your all your techniques that you do in traditional art will translate over. Like you can still do those techniques here. Um, it's not like what you know is invalid. And then the other thing I told him is, you know, I still have to, you know, I still have a pen. I'm still doing it by hand. It's not like I just do this and it pops out. I'm like, if I can't draw a circle on paper, I'm not, won't be able to draw a circle on here. But it's some kind of disconnect in their mind because it's on a computer that you're not actually doing it, that the computer is doing it for you. And a lot of these guys just they just can't get around that. And the fact of the matter is, like, the comic book industry and all that stuff, most of that stuff is done digital now. Colors are done digital now. Like, inks are done digital now. Like, a lot of that stuff is not done traditional anymore. Yeah, you have to get with the time. Like, it just is what it is. I don't know, man. I've had so many terrible experiences at shows and stuff like that with artists that just did not like digital, and they felt the need to make sure I knew they did not like digital, and they needed to make sure that I knew that they felt I wasn't an artist and I didn't belong. Like I've had shows where I've had to go through the whole weekend just eating that shit. Exactly. Did you mash up the, those leaves and whatever to make that paste and scratch it with your finger across the wall? Then you ain't really doing. Then you're not really traditional, are you? Like, using a paintbrush. Did you go out and get some cow hair and put that brush together and make it, or did you buy the brush? So you just took a shortcut then? Yeah, like it's ridiculous. No, all it is they're intimidated by it and they see it that most things are done at digital now, and it is what it is. And I mean, it's not like traditional is gonna go away. I mean, I've said it before. I've said it on Pete's show. You know, as a collector, you like having that original. Like I have originals, original paintings. That's it's awesome to have. There it's not it's not a matter of you can't. It's one or the other. Like if you do one, you can't do the other or like the other. Like everything is able to be done together. Oh no, I don't let them get to me. Like my thing is, if I'm at a Comic Con and the artist next to me is shitting on me and shitting on as digital art, the fact of the matter is that artist next to me might have worked with Image or Marvel or Top Cow or whoever, and me, I'm basically a nobody. I'm just coming up now. I don't have any credits to my name. So if I was to get into it with them and make a big stink with them, who is the show gonna back? They're gonna back me that I'm a nobody, or they're gonna back the dude with a name. So it's just one of those cases where I knew I just had to be quiet and just at the end of the weekend, the best revenge is success, and I was the only one in that section of the row that had a good weekend, monetary wise. Well, everybody was there, looking around and thumb up their ass and stuff like that, and doodling here and there because they think that people are just gonna come running to them because they did a cover for some comic back in the day. The people now don't know them, so they walk by and they'll see my stuff on the wall, and they like it, so they buy it. And then I'm also not charging $20-$30 a print like they are. So at the end of the day, I was fine making my money, and I let it go. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Thankfully, it doesn't happen as much anymore. Like I was getting a ton of that in 2018. 2019, I wasn't getting as much of it. Who knows what would have happened this year had COVID um, not happened? But I also am always saying had COVID not happened, none of this would be happening right now. Like I'm not streaming. I'm not doing any of this because I would have been busy doing shows, and I would have stayed. Like I said, my attitude is I don't want to do this. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to do nothing. So had COVID not happened, I'd just be out doing my shows and then just making my art at home, no camera, no nothing, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. So things happen for a reason, I guess. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I always make a point when I'm at a show. I'm respectful to everybody. I got no problems helping anybody. I mean, I'm that guy that somebody's looking for a certain character, and I might not have it, but I know this artist that I like in another row has it. I'd be like, go check out this guy's table. He has some dope hoax or whatever might be. You know, I got no problem doing that. Like, we should all be helping each other. You don't have to get to the top by climbing on top of the person next to you. It's a lot easier to climb up if you're helping each other. One goes up and brings the next one up, and back, back and forth. But like you said, I don't care about it no more because I got to the point where my work speaks for itself, and it is what it is. Like, if they don't like it, they don't like it. They're not paying my bills. They're not paying for my table. They're not feeding my family. Once I leave that show, they're not even they're I don't remember the name. So it's not worth it. It's not worth it to stress out over people like that. Let them be miserable. Yeah, I wish a lot more people thought that. I mean, it'll get there. It's out of here. There we go. So skirt's gonna go here. Her arm is gonna cover here. So all I'm worried about is this right here, this right here, and this right here. No, that's 100% true. Where you from, Javi? Like, what part of the country? Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to move down to Florida. The only shows that I've done in Florida are like the supercons. I've done the supercon down in Florida. Nice. Do you go to the shows down there? Don't what? Don't move to Florida? Why not? I'm in New York City and I'm like dying to leave. I've been in New York City all my life, born and raised, and I'm sick of it, and I can't wait to leave. See, I like Florida. Um, I visited there a lot. Some of my family have are planning to move down. Like my parents they retired. They retired to Connecticut. Um, but Connecticut has just gotten so insane with the cost of living, and Connecticut taxes and double taxes on everything. Like they're double dipping and triple dipping. Tennessee, I don't think I've ever been that over to Tennessee. I'm tired of snow. I'm tired of the cold, man. I rather deal with the heat and the rain than deal with the cold and the snow. And then, New York City, the cost of living is just ridiculous. Do you know what alternate side parking is? See, see, that's that New York bullshit. Because New York, if you have a car, they want you to hate life. So in New York, they have this thing called alternate site parking, and basically, several times a week, it might be two, three times a week, and it could be at any time. Like sometimes it's in the afternoon, sometimes it's early morning, sometimes it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. They say they are going to clean the streets. So basically, for an hour and a half on certain days, if you're parked there, you're getting a ticket. So what you have to do is either you have to sit down in your car for an hour and a half and wait, because they don't clean every street. It's just that's the day they're going to clean, so they might come. But even if they don't come to clean the street, if you're there, you get a ticket. So either you have to sit in your car for an hour and a half, or you got to move it. And unless you have like a private house with a private driveway, there is not enough parking for the cars that are here. Because there, especially like where I live, there's a precinct right next to me. So one of the blocks is designated police parking only. So that whole block is gone. Then they have these things called city bikes where you could rent a bike. They put these stupid things in the freaking street. So those take up spots. Oh yeah, they it's literally just done for them to write tickets and make money. And you'll see the traffic cops walk up and down. They wait to like if my particular street right outside is 11:30 to 1, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. 11 they're standing there at 11:29. As soon as their clock hits 11:30, they're writing tickets. So unless you're sitting in your car, you're getting a ticket. So you have to do this multiple times a week. And some spots are, like I said, they're 3 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. There's some spots close to me that are like that. So it's like insane. Like you gotta do this freaking rocket science math to know what day you have to be there and stuff like that. But this is why I asked you, do you know what alternate site parking is? Every time I travel to shows and we talk, oh, New York is amazing. So I ask them, do you know what? Have you ever heard of alternate site parking? And they're like, no. So I explained to them, and they get the same reaction I said. I said, well, New York is filled with rules and laws like that, filled with it. Like New York is, they run New York basically to freaking make money off people. They are looking for any way to make money off people. So yes, I have grown to hate New York. My father was a cop for 20 years and he retired in New York. And he used to always say, oh, I'm never leaving New York. I'm never leaving New York. Once he retired, that he lost some of his, I guess, cop privileges. And he was like a normal guy. And he had to deal with this. That lasted for about 2 years before he's like, all right, we got to get out of here. And they moved to Connecticut. And Connecticut was great for a while. Like, I would visit them, and I wanted to move to Connecticut because it was quiet and stuff like that. But then Connecticut started with they just double and triple tax you on everything. Oh yeah, yeah. People love New York because they love the name New York and they love the idea of New York. But that New York has long since died. That New York that they love and exist does not exist anymore. Oh, definitely not to my income bracket. That's for sure. Let me save this. I think I'm gonna stop here. I'm getting hungry. And then like, oh yeah. Well, I'd say the 90s. Um, there's like certain areas that were really famous, like St. Mark's. Like they used to have a really famous comic shop. St. Mark's Comics was there and stuff like that, and that's all gone now. Yeah, people love to visit New York. I mean, I don't, me being here, I don't get the appeal of coming to visit New York because it's just so many people, and it's like this. Like, what are you gonna do? Look at the buildings and take pictures? I mean, that's what they do. Um, One thing I will say about New York is the subway system. New York is one of the few places where you do not need to have a car to be able to move around. There there is a way to get to everywhere in New York somehow, train or bus. But that's what I was about to say. Like people, when people, most people, they think New York, they think it's only New York City. It's New York State. New York City is just a part of that. But the mayor of New York and the governor of New York hate each other and are always fighting. And they're like always doing things despite the other one. Or the mayor will say, "We're gonna do this," and then the governor's like, "Well, I'm the governor. We're gonna do this." So it's just, yeah, I can't wait to leave. Oh no, it is. It is. A lot of people they see upstate New York and they're like, "This isn't New York. Like this is like a whole other country now. All these farms and all these things there." But yeah, like I said, I want to go to Florida. I don't want to deal with snow no more. I don't want to deal with winters no more. I rather deal with the dumb stuff that happens in Florida and the heat and the rain, and the hurricanes. I wanted to go to Pennsylvania. My wife wanted to go to Pennsylvania for a long time. There are some parts of Pennsylvania that are really beautiful, but once I started um, doing shows in Pennsylvania and seeing how unaccommodating towards my color a lot of people are down there, that's what I'll say. I was like, yeah, we're not moving here. I wanna move like in the Ocala, like that area, like just outside of Orlando, but not in the touristy parts. I want to be close enough where like we can go to Disneyland or go wherever, but we don't live there. So that I was looking like Ocala and like that area. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been at I've done a show in Pennsylvania. I took a vacation um last year in Florida, and I stayed uh, just outside of Ocala. I was in Kissimmee. But I was staying like at a resort type of thing. But I really like the area. Okay. And like for the cost of rent in New York, you can get a amazing looking house in Florida and have money left. Is that how you pronounce it? Kiss or Simi? Have you ever heard of Fantasy World Resort? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's where I stayed. I stayed at Fantasy World Resort. That's where I had my vacation. So it was really nice out there. Like my family had a lot of fun. That was the first. I've been married to my wife 19 years. That last year where we took that vacation. That was the first vacation we've ever had, like legit, real vacation, not like go visiting the family for like a couple of days or whatever. Like that was the first legit vacation. Took 19 years. Oh, okay. Let me do the arms. Let me see if I could do this real quick. I just want to get an idea. Oh, I'm sure. Like I've seen, like when I look, I see a lot of like the houses and stuff out there, and they look amazing. Silver Springs sounds very familiar to me. I think that's where my parents said they were looking at, unless there's another silver something in Florida. Yeah, no, it's silver's a part a part of it. Once I finish this part, I'm gonna hop over because I could already smell that my dinner's ready. So this is the reference right there. Plus, this is like my favorite video game female character. I mean, her design is very simple, um, but like I said, her outfit is very dark. So I'm trying to. I like this reference because like not all the times they have the white under the skirt. I like that because it gives a pop of color. Um, so I always like that part of it. I'm gonna have to clean up this stocking part over here. So like this is gonna be like this will be her skin color, her thighs. I'm gonna have to adjust this right here. Like the only parts of her skin that show will be her thighs, um, like that cutout on her chest. I'm gonna do right here, and then you can't see it here, but her back is the same way design that she has on her chest right here. She has on her back, so I'm gonna have to do that here and here, and then just her face because she has that mask. So that the only flesh is actually the thighs, that two cutouts, and then the lower part of her face. But I'm gonna stop here because, like I said, I can already smell the food is ready. So I'll be working on this tomorrow on Pete's show, the pit, at 9 p.m. Pete's Twitch is Pete11717. I'll be doing the arms, um, and part of the swords tomorrow. I'm gonna do the flesh parts last. So if I don't finish tomorrow, I'll probably continue Thursday. I want to try to have this done by Friday. There's another thing that I want to work on that I finally got permission to work on. I'm going to be doing a cosplay edit for one of my favorite cosplayers. So I don't know if I'm going to paint it or just edit the actual photo. So I want to work on that as well. But besides that, Javi, I appreciate you spending the time chatting, make the time fly by. Appreciate you subscribing and stuff like that. Um, you can follow me on my YouTube and my Twitch. We'll have the videos there as well and all that good stuff. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Absolutely, man. I don't mind that at all. I appreciate it. I see you guys later.